All right, what's up, everyone? To another video of Full Speed and Pulse, and today got the Klx230 here, putting exhaust on it. We tried doing a little bit of exhaust mod, see maybe in our short video, and it came out okay, but it's definitely not enough for us. We pulled a trigger on a ProCircuit pipe, got it from Partsgiant. Was a little skeptical. Price was almost too good to be true. Got it for $480, guys, plus tax, and it was a great deal. Pipe came within 2 days. Great stuff. Right here, came in the box. I already unpackaged it a little bit so you guys could see it. Everything looks really good. Looks like it's gonna fit. We're gonna get this installed. Here's our bike right here. Quick fire up, cold start. So you know it's gonna rev to the moon. That is with the spark arrestor cut off. So it is a little bit louder. All right, we don't want it to get hot. Now, we will do it in a separate video. We are leaving, as of right now, the auto idler because I personally like the auto idler. I feel like once you get used to it, it kind of acts as like a little bit of a cheater, of a recluse in a sense, because it keeps the bike from stalling. So when you're doing maybe technical stuff, it helps keep the bike running while you're lugging it. I've learned to actually like the auto idler. So that's just me. As of right now, that's how we are keeping it. So we're going to put the exhaust on. We do have the EGR or the pair delete or whatever it's called, because they say once you put exhaust on there, it's going to backfire more. So you're going to want to delete that. So that is coming. Now, the reason why we went with ProCircuit, there are a lot of knockoff pipes. There is even one pipe company that I forgot the name of it, but it comes out of Thailand. In the end, we wanted to buy a made in USA pipe, and we love our ProCircuit pipes. They always do us right. So we're going to get this on. First things first, we're going to pull off our number plate here. Then we're going to start undoing our header bolt. We got 2 bolts here. Easy peasy, guys. Nice thing too at the ProCircuit is that you keep your stock heat shield. That's going to be a big win for us. We're going to like that. It's just stock heat shield, but it helps protect our leg from any burns and all that. And some of the other pipes, you would have to buy something that's aftermarket. It kind of clamps on. Instead, this is a nice bolt-on design. So that being said, let's start getting at this. Woo! It's like we got a bolt here and a bolt here. Not on the back side of this one right here. There we go. All right, we got our header bolts, also 12. And I did spot, I didn't even know it was on there. Thought it was only like the S models, but this does have a O2 sensor on the pipe. But thankfully we just double checked, and our ProCircuit does come with a little bung hole, so we can put our O2 sensor in. Bung hole, bung hole, bung hole, bung hole. We had a clamp here that we had to undo. We're just gonna wiggle out of that. All right, good. Yeah, that was all right, cool. So that's off. Now we're gonna get this off here. All right, 17 mil, and thankfully it came right undone. Oh, here we go, right here. I did put a little carb throttle body cleaner in there. It's not mass airflow sensor cleaner, but should be fine. I just wanted to clean out a little bit, maybe of the carbon buildup. Okay, so the anti-seize is actually for your slip-on part. Doesn't say anything about the O2, but I know better, and I'm going to put a little bit on there. Just make sure you don't get it on the actual sensor. Just get it there on the threads. All right, screw that in. There she goes. Perfect. Guten tight. Ah. All right, cool. Already comes with that. All right, we're gonna install our header next. Get our nuts threaded on here first. Then we'll start tightening them down evenly. All right, actually we're gonna loosen these up again. I know I should have, I said it. All right, we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna come back to that once we get everything installed. So this here is going to slip over that. I don't know why they'd want us to go on the inside. Oh, I know what so they want us to go on the outside of this. Put that anti-seize on there. And then go on also the inside of your muffler. Well, hold on. Before you go putting anti-seize on your muffler, in here. On your inlet of your muffler. All right. I'll slide on. Maybe get your sensor routed in too. Then this doodaddy goes back in here, like that. Get this mocked up first. All right, that's threading in. We got our bolt up. We got our bolt that goes in here, but all right, tighten this up. Everything's looking good. We're gonna suck this in here. That way our headers, or that's why our muffler is exactly where we want it. Nice and tight. All right. That's not going anywhere. All right, it's looking good. Now, let's go tighten up that header bolt. Go back and forth. And you can kind of tell on how much thread's exposed past the nut and how even you are. And again, don't kill it. Don't use something. This technically has applied just a little bit too much. So I'm going to grab a little bit closer to the ratchet here. All right, that's pretty tight. So unless we got an exhaust leak, that should be good. And just to let you guys know, we did just do a quick fire up because obviously we wanted to make sure that everything was good before we go buttoning everything up. Now, we want to make sure our side plates go on right. Sometimes you have to move the exhaust a little forward, backward. So we just want to make sure that we are positioned correctly. So we're going to get our seat buttoned up first. Quick pause, guys, because we're going to clean our air filter. All right, air filter is clean. All right, cool. we got some bad news. So, she sounds good. Obviously, we knew it was going to backfire, but I don't think our EGR delete is going to solve this problem right here. That right there is no bueno. That is lean. That's just idling. That's not even riding. No, there's no airflow, but even then, that means it is on the dangerously lean side. That means I don't think we could run this. I don't know what people are thinking that they say that they could run this. We could try that delete and see if it changes for some reason our fuel mixture, which it shouldn't. I don't know why it would, but either way, we got that coming anyways. But that glowing red like that on an idle, it should be able to idle for days. Cool. Especially in the garage right now when it's like 50 degrees. It's not even hot. Like, that's no bueno. Well, there you have it. ProCircuit exhaust on a 2020 Klx230. People say you could run it. As long as you don't put the air stack on this thing, you can run it with the full exhaust with no tune. It might run, but I don't know for how long. And then we're hard on this thing. It's only a 230, so we are using all the power. And we are ripping it. So, like, I want to be able to beat this thing and not worry about the bike running overly hot on our trips. So, now we have to look at tuners. This is just the name of the game, guys. And I get to be the guinea pig. But, either way, I'm going to be super pumped once the bike's done. Got more airflow. We'll get the air stack for that intake probably. And then we'll get that tuner. And then we'll have this thing dialed in. I do not plan on changing the auto idler. That right now is so far still working great. I like it on there. People like to delete it. I don't know if they start deleting stuff because it just becomes a thing or they sell a part for it. But as I was telling you guys before, it's like a cheater for a recluse, okay? And the first time I rode this bike, I'm gonna babble for a second. First time I rode this bike, yeah, I went to go into a turn. I let off the gas. I go in a turn. I let off the gas, and the bike like feels like it accelerates on me, drives me in the turn. It gets a little sketch for a second, right? But soon as I knew what it was doing, you're working the clutch, you're feathering it, you know what to do. You're running it faster than idle anyways. It just took me off guard for a second. But once you know what it does and how to interact with it, it can actually be a really good thing. That's my 2 cents on the auto idler, but we need a tune. So there's more videos to come for sure. So I appreciate you guys watching. You guys know the deal. Until next time, we'll see you later.